I'm James from Sussex Outdoors. Welcome to another video. Out for a quiet one tonight. I've tried to go as lightweight as I can. I've got a new tent to try. I've got the Terra Zepheros 2 to give it a try. I've bought it because I would like to try and do some more sort of hikes. So I needed to try and get a sub 2 kilo tent. But yeah, I'm going to give that a whirl in the woods this evening. Got some dehydrated meals. Fair enough, yes, I've got a couple of beers, but not too bad. I've got 2 litres of water, I've got 3 beers, plus the food and fuel, and everything on my back weighs 11.4 kilos. So it's a lot lighter than some of the trips I've been on where it's been kind of 22 to 24 kilos. So yeah, might as well strike while the iron's hot. The weather is closing in. It is supposed to be wet tonight, but it's just nice to get out. Enjoy. Nearing the end of my trek. Managed to get into the first part of the woodland. So yeah, another 10 minutes so walk to my little spot. So yeah, we're not quite there yet. The bluebells are sprouting. You can see the leaves. Don't have the flowers yet, unfortunately. Another month or so, I reckon, and they'll be pretty. Look forward to coming out and spending a few nights amongst the bluebells. I've literally got around about 20 minutes of daylight, I think. As I said earlier, I have a new tent. It's the Terra Zepheros 2. Haven't put it up yet, it's still in its bag, so let's give it a go. Here she is. The first setup, so not quite taut in all places, but I can work on that. But let's have a little look inside. So yeah, she's quite small. She's not. I can almost sit up. I would say I can almost sit up in here. But I mean, she's spacious enough, definitely. I'm going to need to go and have a little look at how I tighten up the inner a little bit. But yeah, this is going to be my home for the night. Well, that was good timing. Literally just got in, and if you can hear, there we go. It's the start of the rain. So yeah, literally I timed that spot on. I haven't even set up. Literally, the bag is here. You know, I've got nothing out yet, so I best get my bed set up, and then at least I've got something to sit on. The ground's quite cold, but yeah, I'm really glad I timed that. when I did. There's not a lot of room in this tent. I've obviously been enjoying the fact with the raccoon that you can sit up in it. There's no place to actually sit up properly in this tent. But let me show you around. So I'm on the good old Thermarest Neo Air with my quilt and pillow. If I go this way, I've got my down jacket, my hat just in the corner there. Tucked my boots just round the side. There's actually quite a bit of distance between the fly sheet and the inner. So then I go down here. I've got dinner for this evening. So I've got some chicken fried rice, and then if I'm still hungry, I can have either some wagyu, biltong, and I've got a real Termac chicken soup. So I can either have one or the other. The other I'll have for breakfast more than likely. My mate on the way up gave me a Cadbury's cream egg for dessert, and then I've got my cooking gear. I've got some beers. I've got my Rehydration pouch. And then I've got my mini possibles pouch. So these are all my little. These are what I call the pointless pouches. But they're actually doing incredibly well. So I've got a small possibles pouch, I've got my first aid kit, and I've got my brew kit. And then just in the corner there, just out of sight, I've got my the trowel and basically the poo kit, and then my electronics are just sitting in the corner. So now I'm in. The rain's still going. It's only light, but I think it's time for a beer. So I've got some different ones this evening. So when I nipped into Tesco's earlier, they had a choice of really interesting ones. So I've got, and I'm not going to have these in any particular order, I don't know, but I've got Another World North Hazy Double Dry Hopped IPA. This is a 6%er, which sounds nice. Again, I haven't had it before. Then I have, no, not that one. I have the Vocation Doppelganger, which is a 6.7% double dry hopped IPA. And again, another new one that I haven't seen before. And then this one, there's not often I drink them, but I do enjoy them every now and again. And I saw this, so I thought, why not? So this is a 4.5% by Vocation. This is Death by Cherries. So it's a cherry sour. I'll more than likely save that till a little later on. So, which one to begin with? I think I'm going to go to Another World. Why not? Let's give it a go. Oh, you can definitely tell it's been double dry hopped. Ooh. Oh. That is a very nice beer. Very nice. Right. I'm going to sit and chill for a little bit. I'll bring you back for dinner. Yes, it is quite cosy in here. As in the fact that I've got the door open and I've got my head up against the fly sheet just to be able to sit up on my elbow. Yes, this is not a lounge around in Palace. This is definitely just a Unitarian thing, but say it's 1.81 kilos. It's outer pitch all in one. It uses 8 pegs to peg out plus 2 for the guy lines on either side of the main pole that runs around the centre. Like I said, for going out and hiking, you're not wanting to carry too much weight or anything, I think this will do. I mean, yes, it is low, but then that's going to help with wind as well. I definitely haven't pegged it out properly. When I next have to go outside for a wee, I'm going to go and check the ends, because there's a bit of, I don't know if you can see it, bit of slack going on there. But there I can tighten it up, I reckon. Again, this is the first time I've pitched this, so and I was running out of daylight, so it's not like I was on perfectly flat ground and I had ample time to tweak things. And literally, as I'd finished and I put my bag inside, that's when the rain started. So it stopped at the moment, but it is forecast on and off overnight. So I've got the tent open ever so slightly, just for a little bit of air. I mean, I've got, my sleeves are rolled up and everything. I said I've got my down jacket, but this is such a tiny tent. It's definitely keeping me warm. Well, I'm halfway through beer number 2, and I must admit I am starting to get a little hungry. So I think it's time. I've got the kettle on for dinner. Oh, so running with the X-Boil again this evening. I will say, this is it's a bloody nice bit of kit. Expensive, yes. Thankfully, this one was actually a gift. Got it for Christmas. Yeah, I didn't have to pay for it, but it's incredibly well engineered. I think you can definitely tell there's been a lot of thought gone into it with regards to the modular. It is modular. The fact that the pot stands sit inside the little puck. So yeah, they just. So I've done a video on this before, but they just slot in. Tiny. It is tiny, and this is graphite felt in there. It doesn't take a lot of fuel, but then you don't need to. It's, again, he's thought, this has been thought through to give you the optimum height from the burner, and the windshield from the burner, from any wind and everything. It doesn't actually take that long to get the water going, so I'm going to get that going now. The water's boiling, so this is one I haven't had before. This is the chicken fried rice. I normally have the chicken fajita and rice, so this is going to be interesting. Ooh, it's a different flavour. There's the little blue packet of doom. Always forget to take these things out. Right. Cool, this is going to be a big meal. Right, spoon. That bit didn't taste much, but then we'll see. Right, am I actually sealed? Yes, I am. Right, so that is going to go in the good old Sussex Outdoors down pouch, and that can sit in there, and ooh, out hot. That can rehydrate. Oh, I'll pop that to one side. There we go. Right, well, I've got a little dripple of water there, but I think I'll save that for later, for after dinner. I've got a hot chocolate I can have before bedtime. I mean, what time are we on? It's not even 8:30, and I'm thinking I'm getting ready for bed. Hey, as long as I'm enjoying myself, that's the bit that counts. Oh. I've left it about 20 minutes. I think I've put way too much water in there, so even though it said to put it up to line A, I mean it's gloopy. It's very, very runny, and I've had a little taste of it. I'm perfectly honest, it tastes a naff all. Very, very disappointed with this one. Yeah. It's a bit like gruel. Yeah, definitely not impressed with this one. Oh, alright, I shall dig in. Bring you back in a bit. Morning. Oh, excuse me. Tuck me on. 6:30 in the morning, and the birds are up, so apparently so am I. Anyway, I need a coffee. Take care. Thank you. Cheers up. Oh, this is actually the second cup of coffee. I've been up for about an hour. Just sort of gently waking up. I've had to open, let me see, both sides of the tent, because there's a heck of a lot of condensation inside here. There are vents at each end. I didn't realise that there were vents at each end, so I've opened that one there this morning. Yeah, I didn't open them last night. I didn't, again, like I said, didn't realise this is the first time of me putting this tent up. So yeah, I should have really done a little bit of research before I came out. But yeah, quite a lot of condensation. But like I said, it was raining most of the night, just sort of on and off. So it's just the air was incredibly humid anyway. Plus with whatever I was giving off with breathing and just the general amount of water that a human being, you know, it evaporates out of a human being over the course of a night. But the sleep itself was nice. I was a little bit afraid that in here I was expecting the roof here to be touching my face when I slept, but I was moved over ever so slightly, and I was just in the centre there, and that was okay. But they say that this is supposed to be, well, this is the Zepheros Compact 2. If this is for 2 people, then you can call me Sharon, to be fair. There is not enough room for 2 people. Even the actual width of the bathtub here, I would say if you could get 2 people in here, you might as well be married to them, because and there'd be no room for anything else. There'd be no room for bags. There'd be no room for any of your gear or anything like that. It was literally just have to be sleeping and keep your, well, where would you keep your bag? I don't think there's even enough room in the vestibule to be able to keep your bag. But it was worth a shot. Like I said, I think I'm going to need to set it up another couple of times. Maybe take it down to the part where it's flatter ground. I can do it in daylight, so I can sort of work out tension points and everything, because there are a lot of little buckles you can tighten. just to sort of get it into swing properly. But I'm going to carry on waking up. I don't know if I'm going to have breakfast or not yet. I'm not quite ready. So I didn't have my biltong, and I didn't have my cream egg either. Literally, I was lying there just playing on my phone, and I think it was about 10 o'clock. I said, next thing I realised, I was lying there with my eyes shut. So it's like, right, let's turn lights off and go to bed. So, anyway, let's carry on the wake up. Nice and cosy. So yes, brew number 3 while I'm tidying up the tent. Yeah, I thought I'd show you these. These are the new little pouches I've made. These all started with this one just here. This was a sort of it was an accident. I had a tiny little bit of fabric left over and the tiniest little bit of zip, because I use the continuous zip for these. So I just thought, what would a tiny little pouch look like? And yeah, when I made it, it was like, geez, this is pointless. But I will say, these do actually work really, really well. I've got, this is my dinky little possibles pouch. So in here I've got some spare alcohol, I've got my penknife, I've got lip salve, I've got waterproof matches, I've got some tinder card, I've got some hand warmers, spare cordage, peg, my earbuds, and one of my spent GoPro batteries. So that all fits in there quite nicely. And then in here, this is my first aid kit. So I'm not going to get all of this out, but I've had all my pills, plasters, spare lighter, tip key, space blanket, blister plasters, all that sort of stuff. So that works nicely in there. And then I've been using this one for my coffee pouch, my drinks pouch. So I've still got a couple of coffees left. I've got a hot chocolate there, which I didn't have, and then I also have my my little hip flask of rum in there, which also I didn't have last night. But yeah, this has held for 4 coffees, 1 hot chocolate there, and there was still a little bit of room for a little bit more, so I could have put some another coffee in there or another hot chocolate or something like that. So yeah, these are, I believe these should be up on Outdoor Gear Essentials as of the time of this film. So yeah, if you fancy any of them, please go check it out, outdoorgearessentials.co.uk. I'm finally out of my scratcher. Yeah, the tent's wet on the outside, but what I have noticed is, I don't know if you can see that in camera, seeing as this is its first outing, all of these marks here, over there, and here as well, they seem to be sort of circular, and round on this side as well, where it seems to have wetted out. So I'm really not, for a first impression, I'm not impressed, to be fair. I'm really not impressed, which is a shame, because I was really hoping that this was going to be an awesome tent. With the doors open for the last hour, it's managed to get rid of majority of the condensation on my quilt. It's still going to need airing at home, but there's still so much condensation on the inside. So yeah, for first looks, it's not looking pretty, but I'm going to give it its benefit. I'm going to take it out again, see if I can get somewhere where there's a little bit more breeze, I'm guessing. I have noticed, as I mentioned before, there are vents on either end, and also within the inner as well, which I put initially I thought were pockets. So yeah, the condensation might be my fault, so I am going to give it another go. And like I said, it was raining all last night, so you know, understandably you can still feel the moisture in the air. But excuse me, I've started packing up. Like I said, I've already put my duvet away. I'm just using my light AF mat to sit on while I sort of pootle. Whether I have another cup of coffee or not, I don't know. But yeah, this is me packing up and planning on heading back to civilization and real life and chores. There we go. I'm all squared away on my way back to civilization. Go and see what Mrs. Outdoors is up to. Left no trace. Well, thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. But all that's left for me to say is thank you ever so much for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye.